Welcome, everyone, to the Subject for podcast. We're a fan-made podcast on the 863 series here on YouTube. My name is Artemis, and I am joined today by the sultry voice of Shades.
What is going on, Discord? What's up, YouTube? Glad to be here. Glad to be back. Thank you for having me again.
Squatter said you.
I know, I saw him. I love you too, Squatter.
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. We have an episode to go through today. And yes, I did title this episode, What's in the Box? If no one knows what that is, lucky for you, I guess. Or not. Maybe you need to get a little bit more cultured. But today we do have what did you think about the episode, Shades?
I enjoyed it. Like, I'm not going to say I didn't, but it was, when they just sit in one spot for so long and go over information after information after information, it becomes a lot to take in. And there was a lot of information given. I wish it would have kind of been more spread out in different scenes, sort of. But I'm not hating by any means. I just kind of wish they had traveled through different locations, because it didn't become so stagnant at certain points of the video.
Well, I mean, it was one of those episodes that even though they didn't move around a lot, it was an information dump.
It was.
So, okay, let's go ahead and go through the show beats here. Feel free to interrupt me at any times, Shades, on anything you want to talk about. We are going through the 863 series, Project 863 series. The episode is called Breaking Open a Buried Safe We Found in the Haunted Graveyard. The first thing we have is that Matt dethrones Hover Woods. How dare he?
Boo.
We can't call him Hover Matt. So
he's
Matt Thighs. Matt Thighs. Anyway, our team, Sam, Woods, Bailey, and Quinn head over to Red Base, where they bring the case along with them, and they break open the lock, both locks on the case. But before they even open it up, they notice a handprint of it that looks like to be blood. There's a hand print on top of the case. They also get freaked out by the bloody handprint. Then they actually realize there's blood on the sleeve that's sticking out of the case. So they open the case, and inside the case they see a Syntech lab coat with dried blood all over it. And even Matthias gets a little queasy and he can't handle it. They find a magazine article from what looks to be from The Overlooked, because on the back of it says that they are hiring, and it's got a web address, www.theoverlooked.com. And if you try to go to that website right now, the domain is open, godaddy.com. But it looks like there is nothing on that address right now on theoverlooked.com. In the news articles, we picked out okay, help me out here, Shades. Obsolete? Is that
Absolute.
Absolute
Yes.
And Pegasus. What did you think about Absolute and Pegasus?
Absolute it's weird, because like they were talking about, usually you see project before a project name, like Project Pegasus, Project 863. But Absolute seems to be its own project of some sorts, but this is the first time we've ever heard that. So I'm not sure where that's coming from. Maybe we'll get some more information about it later, hopefully.
I was on I was on the Science Babes YouTube channel this weekend. I believe they did upload it. It's called The Little Things 2. And if any moderators are in the chat, if you can post the link to the Science Babes YouTube channel, everyone should go follow them because they go in depth into every single chat log, piece of evidence. They go way into depth on all the evidence there. But while I was recording Little Things 2 with them, it did come about that Deb, in the chat logs, they talked about projects. So we do know that Project Pegasus is not the only project out there. So we do know that this could be that, just that. So but the article also goes through the founders. They don't, which is interesting because we've always thought Cyphus, Wes, and Deb co-founders, but they don't so much in the article. They don't really talk about Deb that much. They said the lead scientist, Deb. So is it just me, or we were all like under the assumption that Deb was a co-founder, right?
No, I was under the assumption that Wesley and Nelson were co-founders.
Because that's why we always thought there were the three hearts.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the three hearts that make the Syntech clover.
But it's never has Deb ever been stated as a co-founder? It's always been Wesley and Nelson.
I can't remember.
As far as I know.
Maybe somebody here or listening on YouTube might know where we get that from. But yeah, Deb has always been the head scientist. That's what I thought too, but it was just interesting how they never mentioned her in the article until we go down to where Kendall talks about being led around by Deb and her research with Deb. So it does look like about the human trials and how the atrocities that Syntech was doing in the human trials for all productivity. So that in the magazine, I mean, we're still waiting on the magazine article to be uploaded to evidence on plus.spellbound.com for premium members. We're still waiting on that. Hopefully we get it kind of soon because I kind of just want to go in depth word for word and actually like that.
I want to read it like front to back
and dissect it, just dissect everything.
Yeah.
We do underneath the clothes, we have a box apparently that smells inside, and we do have pictures. We have pictures
They
of
did say that a lot.
Yeah. They like mildew. I'm guessing it smelled like mildew. So
probably, I'm guessing, hopefully not like BO or anything.
No, or I mean, blood does have a smell. It smells very metallic. So
right, but would you get a smell from blood that's over 20 years old?
Yeah, definitely. Because
that's strange.
It's part of the human body, so therefore it will decompose as well and release smells. Yeah, nice, huh? Yummy.
Science, dude.
Science, dude.
Science, dude.
So in this box, we do have pictures. We have pictures of like people in hazmat suits. We do what it kind of seems like there is a picture of the serum. Somebody in a hazmat suit holding the serum. And then we also have we also have a picture of basically the serum bomb that we have in evidence right now in the back of Wesley's car, and everyone seemed kind of confused by that, but I'm like, well, I don't know why they were so confused. It
But what you have to remember is that they're thinking there's a singular mountaineer. I mean, it's been said before that there are multiple mountaineers. I mean, they were like company vehicles, is what I'm guessing. So, how do you know that was Wes's car that serum bomb was in the back of? It could have been any one of the mountaineers, for all we know.
and true. Like one of the things that's always bothered me, I hate assumptions, and we've always named the Mountaineer Wes's car
Right,
when because of the bolo tie. And I'm like,
right.
that I hate assuming things because especially in the first season, we assumed a lot of things and it turned out to be very incorrect. So one of the things I don't want to call it Wes's vehicle. Um, I just thought of something. This Mountaineer that we have in the team's possession right now has a military ID tag on it.
Correct.
So could this be GR's vehicle?
It could, and it could be that someone from Syntech had to have, like, you have to have special clearance to get on a military base. You have to have those tags on your vehicle to even pull up at the base. So either it belonged to someone who worked for the military, or it belonged to someone at Syntech who was frequently visiting a military base, possibly to discuss these contracts with the
But
government.
they would not give you ID tags unless you were part of the military. You would just go in as if you're going in as a contract worker, you would go in under guest. You wouldn't be okay because okay. Some people on the Discord and you do I think you were there when I posted it, but I have a level 1 clearance FBI fingerprint clearance card. I had to get that for my job. I can't, even with that level 1 clearance card, I can't just like walk onto any base and be like, here's my card and flash it around. Like, you, you, you have to be a special somebody or working
You
in
have
the
to have
government.
you have to have special clearance, and that's what I'm saying. With someone who's working so close with the government on something as important as Project Pegasus seems, I'm I'm willing to bet that they would give you special clearance if you're frequently visiting
No,
them
they're going to give you
on base.
clearance, but they're not going to give you access to the base whenever you want. And that's what those
Well,
IDs
no,
do.
of course not.
But
But
that's what those IDs do. They allow you they allow you access, not clearance, but they allow you access to drive in. You stop at the little gate, they look at your ID, they check the ID number, and then they send you right in. Um, but it's not going to be like that's somebody who works for the government. When you are going to a specific military base to work for government contracts, you have to be invited. And then they have your like name on the list at the little guy at the not little, they're usually huge, but the guy at the entrance, and he like takes down your driver's license number, he takes down your license plate number, and then he gives you like a little guest badge. And that's usually how contracts work. Like you don't get those IDs. At least I'm about 98% sure you don't. If anyone here works for the government, please let me know.
if you're doing things the legit way, if you're doing things the shady way, then you could probably get some special clearance to a military base if they want you flying under the radar.
Is that your like
I'm
motto to do it the shady way?
no. I mean it could be, I guess. I mean,
I like how it took you a second like, what? What is she
yeah, I
talking
was
about?
thinking I was like, hmm. I had to think about that. I had to process that information. I was like, what is going?
Your
I
name
don't
is
smell
Shades.
toast.
I don't smell toast. No. Um anyways, that was just a thought that popped in my head. Like, we're always like under the assumption that it's Wes's car. Um no, I
It
don't.
could be, it could not be at this point. I mean, anything, it's up in the air at this point.
I want to be proven that it is, other than circumstantial evidence. So,
Because everybody's basing this on the bola tie. But
well,
wasn't the bola tie found in the passenger side of the Mountaineer?
I think it was found in the glove box. I'm not too sure about that though. But one of the sorry, one of the if we're going to say that this is Wes's car by this tie, and then not say it's not Benjamin Cobalt's when his employee ID was in the car, like, that doesn't make sense. Like, you can't say one is more substantial than the other. So, no. It's not Wes's car in my head. In my head,
Or it
it's the
could have just,
Phantoms.
yeah, it could have just been a company vehicle that a lot of people shared. I mean, a lot of companies do that where you share company vehicles. Not every single employee is going to have a company vehicle. They're shared. So, I mean, what's to say that 4 or 5 people didn't drive this Mountaineer around?
True. And then that would also mean that the kids' toys that were in the back could just be another random employee who so happened
Just
had to
could be another,
take your daughter to work day or something.
right. It could just be any random employee's kids' toys that were left in the Mountaineer.
Yeah. Well, going back, we'll come back to that. If somebody
Circle
has a
back.
circle back, we'll come back to that if anyone has any theories on that. We do have a chat log between Wes and a GR. I know that some people that create theories on Spellbound have always thought GR meant Gary Reynolds, but GR definitely does sound like, well, we do know he's from the government. Military, we don't know, but government, yes, because he said you don't want to make an enemy of the government. So,
Obviously from the government. Yeah.
yeah. So, then we also do have a journal entry on basically Kendall, and how they came into Syntech. And then the last thing that was in the box was a master key that they actually did post. I think, where did they post that?
Did they post it?
They posted it.
Oh.
I want to say they posted it up on the community tab, but they could have posted it on Spellbound too. I think they posted it on Spellbound. So it, I like I said, it was an information dump. So there's like a lot of stuff that we can build theories off of this.
The key, I want to talk about the key for a second, because
Okay.
the thing that immediately comes to my mind when I see a master lock key is a storage unit. And we've talked about a storage unit before. It's been mentioned in the paperwork that was found in the RV, in the Phantom's RV, his paperwork. They were trying to gain access to Wes's storage unit. That, to me, is obviously a key to a storage unit, a padlocked storage unit somewhere.
So, and we do know we do have some mentions of storage units in the Phantom had in his possession, that these
Yes.
storage units were closed. So
The
maybe,
question is, they didn't specify where the storage unit was, and that's a pertinent piece of information to have.
We
So now,
do, well, we do have, while you talk, I'll pull up the evidence on it.
okay, it's the storage unit it's obviously the key to the storage unit. So we know there's a storage unit. We now have the key to it, but we don't know where it is. So we kind of have to find out where it is before we can go use the key and see what's inside of it. What could Wes have possibly left inside of the storage unit?
Well, I think because these storage units are closed. We do have a safety deposit box.
Yes.
Could that key not go to that?
I don't think. No, that's a padlock key. They would use a different key for a safety deposit box.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I've never had a safety deposit box.
I'm Googling it right now.
Oh, Google.
Oh, Google. To the Googles.
To the Googles. How come I can't find this letter?
Safety deposit box key.
Public storage letter.
Oh yeah, they're way different.
Hello, Mr. Nathaniel. We've received your inquiry concerning unit number 17 at our facility, but I regret to inform you that your account has already been closed. The date I have on file for the account closure is November 8th, 2000. Unfortunately, paperwork for closed accounts from that long ago are usually shredded, so I cannot offer much more information than that. If you're concerned about items that may have been left in the unit after closure, please note that the public storage is not responsible for any items left behind once keys have been returned to the office. Any item left in the unit is subject to auction or trashing once our staff has gone inside of the unit in order to clean it. Public storage does not keep personal items from expired accounts. If you have any other questions, please visit public storage website at publicstorage.com or call our customer service line toll free at 1-800-567-0759. Thank you for your inquiry, Jennifer, General Manager.
So what they could do is just call the number or go to the website and talk to someone and see if they have any information regarding that key or the storage unit number. Find an address, go out there, search the storage unit. Not to say that anything will be left there, but I'm of the mindset that even if they cleaned out the storage unit, something's still hidden there. I mean, it's not going to be out in the open. Anything important is not going to be out in the open, but something is hidden in that storage unit. Something valuable, I feel like.
Well, I mean, public storage is... So public storage is a thing, but the phone number that they have on the website is not the phone number that they have on the letter.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is interesting. And by the way, if you are listening to us, do not contact public storage.
Please don't do that.
Do not do that. Do not.
I don't want to have to ban people from Spellbound.
Yes. But it is interesting that the phone number that is on here is not the phone number that they have on the letter. Very interesting.
Muy interesante.
Interessante. Squatter. My mom works at a bank. Just called her. Safety deposit keys look like regular lock keys.
Yes, they do. I Googled them. They look like regular keys.
I Googled them. I Google. So.
I like a do Google.
I Google. Okay. Interesting. So, Anything else? Did you pick up anything else? Oh, I want
The pictures were strange, and some of them were really close, some of them were really far off. You can't really tell what they were trying to photograph, but it was just random photos. And the main thing that I gathered from all the evidence in the box was eh, here's my theory. One of two things happened. Either Wes actually is dead and someone stole his identity, or Jordan Kendall is dead.
Hmm.
At this point I can't figure out which one, because both would work. But why? I can't get it to come together. If Why would Jordan Kendall want to kill Wes? Why would that be a motive?
Why would Jordan Kendall want to kill anybody? Usually journalists
Exactly.
usually journalists end up dead. They don't kill people.
Exactly. So
Unless Jordan found something that they shouldn't have, stumbled upon something that they shouldn't have, and was going to bring down either Absolate or Pegasus, um, and was going to uncover the truth, and GR silenced them. But then that wouldn't make sense because
no,
they're her. I always go to her because I have a friend named Jordan. But Jordan's also a guy's name, right?
it can be. I've known plenty of Jordans that are guys and girls.
Anyway, they uh they discovered something that they weren't supposed to, maybe had taken a picture of it. They confiscated the pictures and the camera. Why would then leave the pictures behind? A journalist wouldn't do that. And a journalist would definitely not keep their article in a shallow grave. That's basically like,
No.
hey, I did it. Come get me.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is that Wes figured out who Jordan was. Either Deb told him, or what. Wes confiscates Jordan's camera, but takes all the evidence and is kind of now concerned. So then we have the chat log of GR where he's like, I know what you're doing, because basically Jordan had done all the dirty work for him. So he now knows he's in the possession of all this evidence that could bring down Syntech, could bring down Pegasus, could bring down all the projects, could even bring down the government. And usually when there's government people involved, there's probably senators or congressmen that are involved. So maybe Syntech actually Jordan accidentally uncovered that Syntech was being used by a specific congressman or whatever, and went to Deb. Deb went to Wes. Wes then found out that Deb had a mole, so fired the mole, took the camera, but now he's in possession of all this evidence. And he goes to confront GR about it, and how that GR is manipulating him and Cyphus. And GR kills Wes. What do you think about that?
That's a possibility. Now, what I'm leaning towards now is maybe it was obvious that the article was published. Whatever damage was meant to be done was done when Jordan Kendall published that article in the magazine. Maybe the government didn't want people to know that they were in connection with Syntech. Maybe they didn't want the public to know anything about what they were doing. So it could be a safe bet to say that the government possibly could have killed Kendall Jordan or Jordan Kendall because of the article that she posted, because of the smear campaign that she started against not only Syntech, but the government as well. I mean, the GR said in the chat log, the government is not an enemy that you want to make.
Interesting. I wish
Yeah.
I wish Squatter would come up here and tell us how bad the government is.
I want Squatter to talk about the evil government and taxes so bad.
We don't have a long enough podcast.
I know. It's only an hour show.
It's only an hour show. Oh, well, what do you think about opening it up to everyone else? Well, let's read some comments here.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want to submit your theories, you can submit them to me on spellbound.com.
You can also tag me in your theories. I love to theorize with all of you guys. I love to hear what you have to say about this stuff.
The way you do that is you just and then you just type in Shades, and then his name will pop up, and then you can @Artemis, and my name will pop up, and just do that at the end of your theory, and it will let us know. You can also just DM it to
Rubber
us.
Ducky. I want to hear all the timey-wimey theories. I want to hear them.
Yes, the timey-wimey theories, and makes our head go boom.
Yeah, please.
I want the Phantom. I want to know why there was a pic in Phantom's RV where the faces were marked out, and who's the psychopath who is at Syntech in the Syntech video and the VHS tape. I think we all want to know that. Nope, my brain's not going to go there. Nope, I'm not going to let my brain go there. Oh, my brain's going there. Do you want to hear what my brain would just went to?
Do it. Let's hear it. I want to hear it.
It's going to be so far-fetched that you're going to be like, what?
Oh, boy. Bust out the popcorn, kids. Here we go.
What if the Phantom is Jordan? Still doing research on Syntech.
It could be.
But then that wouldn't make sense. Like, it wouldn't make sense.
But
what if Jordan became a test subject after they found out what they had done?
Ooh. I like that. But that doesn't explain the 015 on the gravestone. Like, why?
Because
somebody
they wanted
other people to think West was dead.
True.
But why would West want people to think he was dead?
Unless Deb or Jordan or Cyphus found the body and buried him. Like, what if the killer didn't bury him? What if somebody had found the body to bury him and buried him? Why would you take off the
I don't
clothes?
think there's a body in that grave. I honestly don't think there's a body in that grave.
Apparently it's not. It's aliens.
Aliens.
Squatter, you're not helping us. What if Matt is Jordan? Kendall, that's what I was thinking. Kendall got captured. What if in reality Syntech is a life job and you can't leave it till you're dead? So Wes faked his death so he could leave. That's a lot of blood, though.
It is. Or what if I don't know if Wes would do that though. But what if Wes sacrificed Jordan Kendall in his place? What if he made the government think that Jordan Kendall was him? The government killed Jordan Kendall. Wes gets off scot free, steals Jordan Kendall's identity, and then leaves.
The Phantom, what if 015 is the storage unit number and the 015 key goes to the storage unit and 015 is on the tombstone as a hit?
No, but they list the storage unit number in the letter, right? That they found in the RV.
No, that was 17, unit number 17.
Unit 17.
If we're thinking of the same storage unit.
Yes.
Okay. Let's jump off a storage unit. What else could the key go to?
I mean, it's obviously a padlock, so a shed. I don't know.
What if it goes
My
to...
mind immediately goes to storage unit.
What if it goes to one
What
of the
else do you
doors
use
at
a-
location 3 that they could have used to get out? Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Squatter says it's his bike lock.
I lost the key forever ago. What if the redacted person in the chat logs was Jordan Kendall? It's redacted email instead of Wes, right? Yes.
Right.
I can pull that up and read it as well if you are confused on what we are talking about. Email from redacted. Sent Monday, April 10th, 1995. Did we have a date on the magazine article?
We did not. I don't believe.
Boo. Why are you ignoring me? D, what is it? There is something, isn't there? Is it the effects of the serum? There's nothing I can do beyond continuing the test treatments as Nelson instructed. I know you said you don't have the antidote, that you're working hard, but there's not much I can do otherwise until you have it. I can't blame you. I mean, I can, but I really don't want to. As much as Nelson says it's your fault, I don't care. It's not all about denying me, right? You're just working on it to the best of your ability. But it seems like you're purposely ignoring me, are you? I just want to hear from you again, please. And this is from Redacted, and everyone assumes it's Wes. And this is also one of the email addresses to Deb. This is the syntechinc.com. Because there's like multiple.
It's the wrong email address.
Mm-hmm. Because then we have this other email that's syntech.org. And it's too redacted. Wait, April 10th, Monday, April 10th. This is Monday, April 10th, 3 p.m. Interesting. So, Monday, April 10th, 1995. Let me write this down so I don't forget it. Monday, April 10th, 1995 at 2:19 p.m. And then Redacted sent a letter at 3 p.m. the same day saying, "Why are you ignoring me?" But Deb sent an email to Redacted at 2:19 of the same day. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So why would Redacted... So Redacted never got this email.
No, because it's not the correct email.
This is from debsyntech.org. Redacted sent an email. Redacted sent the email to .com. So Redacted has the wrong email address.
Correct.
And then okay, I can't pull up the other email. It's not loading. Because we got the distorted
Boo.
email of redacted.
Because you would think someone who works for Syntech would know all the email addresses, or they would have an address book to go from. It leads you to believe that it's someone outside of Syntech.
So this is the letter that Deb sent to Redacted. So now we can read this letter and think maybe it was meant for Jordan. Listen, this kind of behavior is unacceptable. I've already told you before, I will not administer something where the cost outweighs the benefits. To have that kind of responsibility for you on my head like that, have you ever spared a thought of how your request makes me feel? You've changed. Ever since the accident, you haven't been the same. It's like all of your humanity that once existed inside of you was replaced with a manic desire for that serum. It's even superseding people you care about. I know that what's going on with you is painful. I see the marks all over your arms, the swollen lumps under your eyes. I'm trying as hard as I can to finish this antidote for you and the patients that need it too. You just have to avoid the serum at all costs. It'll make the effects worse. I'm terrified that you'll reach a point where the antidote won't even work on you this anymore, where you won't even recognize me any longer. Please just hold on as long as you can, D. I don't know though. Weird.
It is strange.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a letter written to someone closer to Deb,
Then
and for
just
some
a
reason I don't.
Kendall.
Than just what did they refer to her as, a transfer or
Yeah.
a, you know, I feel like that would be someone that she's known for a lengthy period of time.
I wish we knew
And
the date of this chat log between Deb and Redacted. Because we also have
that
a
would
chat
help
log.
put it in a linear perspective,
Yeah.
like a linear timeline.
Ah, finally, I can open up syntech.org. Monday, April 10th, 3:45 p.m. So 45 minutes after Redacted sent the first letter. This is all your fault, Deb. I need it now. You made me like this, and now you can't even stand to look at me. If you can't get me the damn antidote, then I need the serum. I need it. Nelson would strap me to the table like the rest if he found out. So those are all the letters from Redacted. I believe that this isn't Jordan that we're talking about.
No, I don't believe so.
What if the master key goes to something in the shady treehouse?
That'd be cool. I feel like we never got a whole lot of information about the treehouse. Like, it was there. There were things going on. It was apparently radioactive, but they never really investigated it. I feel like it was just kind of left out in the open.
The Phantom. Wait, I found out police are part of the executive branch in the government. Is the undercover officer GR like police? Like police are local government, and this whole Syntech thing is local. No, we know that Syntech is international.
Yes.
But no police officer would no police officer would say that they're working for the government.
No, never.
No, it's always
Anyone
working
who's
for
working
this.
for the government would never say they're working for the government.
Well, yeah, they would like CIA agents or FBI agents or something like that, or but you don't. The police are working for the city government. Like they would always, you would their lingo would be I'm working for the city.
Right.
Hmm. It kind of makes sense because Nelson found out if Nelson found out about the article, wouldn't he strap her down? I don't want to think about
I
that.
feel like Nelson was under a lot of pressure from GR and the government to get this project done and get it off the ground. Like they talk about deadlines and they talk about how the deadlines are always getting closer and closer and tighter. I feel like Nelson is as egotistical and maniacal as he may have been, I feel like he was a little stressed out. And I feel like he kind of did what he had to do to make the government happy, whether it be right or wrong. He was under a lot of pressure.
True. I don't. I don't know. I don't. Government makes me think of somebody, either politician, CIA, FBI. Is GR the president of the United States? No. No. No, 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 no. We're not going down that way. No, I refuse. I won't. I don't want to. I don't want to. Anyway, so I don't want to think about that.
Water
So
said it could have been someone at the Pentagon.
that's what I was thinking. We Slushy, if you need to go to bed, go to bed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still they're absolute still stuck on. Googled that, came up with some anagrams, but they don't help. Like ace table ablates.
It's spelled absolute, but there's not a definition for absolute.
Well, there's no word.
No.
That's why I was looking
It's
at anagrams.
ABSALATE.
A-B
But there's not
SALTE. Yeah. That's why I was
LATE.
L8. Well, it doesn't matter. I was looking at
Absolute.
anagrams, which it's like scrambling the words.
But it's just like Matt said, it wants to correct it to absolute. It says, did you mean absolute? But it
You know what
specifically
bothers
says
me
in
about
the-
that? Wouldn't a journalist
What?
could, they write a lot better than I do. So
Yeah.
wouldn't like, I don't know, a part of me doesn't want I don't want to assume that it's a typo because it's a journalist. Anyways, do you want to open
It's
this
almost
up?
like it's a different language or something. Like
I mean, I can.
it means that it means absolute, but it's in a different dialect. It's strange how there's nothing about that word.
There's an Instagram.
Yeah, I saw
Do
that.
not go to this person's Instagram. Do not go to the Twitter. Do not go to the Facebook. Do not go to the Pinterest. Like that's the first like things that pop up.
Uh,
Do not go to that.
I will ban you so quick.
Wait, what is this? I just got a medical journal. It's written by an absolute Borgie.
That seems weird to me that there's not. They use it as a real word, but it's not a real word. And it's concerning to me. There's not a definition, there's no translation for it.
On Jeg, there's a question and it says find the absolute X, and it's a math problem.
It's like it's an alternate definition for absolute, but that word doesn't exist.
Unless what is it called when every letter stands for something?
Oh, oh no. I got the poo brain.
Same here, same here. Anagram.
Anagram.
Acronym. Sorry, acronym.
No, it's an anagram.
It's an anagram. Okay.
No, yeah.
What if Jordan was a double agent? If that makes sense, what if they were working undercover for Syntech, working for the magazine, and also working for the government? That's a triple agent. Working for undercover Syntech, magazine, government. What happened to
triple agent?
What happened to the camera? Where's the camera?
They left it. They didn't get the camera.
Why?
I don't know.
Do we know if there was film in it?
No, they just looked at it and then left it hanging in the location that they went to.
Oh my god, how annoying.
Now they have to go back. So
and see if there's any more pictures, any more film in there. They also need to... Oh, I also want to know what size that lab coat is.
Yes.
Because if it's small, it could be for a female. So I want to know what size the lab coat is. I want the camera. I want all these things, and I want to know. Please.
You have to go get the camera. And I feel like they're going to go back to get it, and it's going to be gone.
Bunch of idiots.
The lab coat size would help. I don't believe that Wes is dead. I don't believe it. I will have to have some pretty solid evidence to believe that Wesley Nathaniel is dead, because I don't believe he's dead.
Agreed. Okay. Sorry, I was banning someone. All right.
Good.
Yes. Yes. My favorite job. Alrighty then. Let's pull some people up here, shall we?
Let's talk to some people.
If you would like to come up here, please raise your hands. Is Nugs still in here? I don't know.
I don't see Nugs.
I like how he offered to pull people up for us and then he leaves. Ha!
And then he just dipped.
He just dips. Can you pull
Wonderful.
up? Can you pull up a werewolf for me?
Sure. I'm sending you an invite, werewolf.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello?
Hi, how are you,
Hello.
werewolf?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I've got push to talk, so I'm not used to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely it takes some use to, especially you feel dumb after you've been talking for so long, and then you're like, I wasn't holding the push to talk.
I didn't push the button.
I didn't push it. But yeah, did you have a theory or anything?
Yeah, so I've noticed that these last couple of videos have been kind of like placing all of the different main points for a murder. We have the inciting murder from the tape. We have who was murdered, and now I think we have the motive for the murder.
Interesting.
And what, just to reiterate the point, what would the motive be?
I think Werewolf was saying that the motive is the article.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jordan Kendall. And I think, well, I was just thinking about this. What if Jordan Kendall was killed in location 3? And that's why her coat's there, or her name tag's there.
Ooh.
So what if something happened that caused a minor scandal, or was going to cause a bigger scandal, and they sent a bunch of witnesses to location 3, trapped them there, and killed them?
See, and I'm a little frustrated that we don't have the article, because I would like to, unless somebody is able to go back and look at the episode really quick and grab those names at the end of the article. They list a bunch of names, like if you're missing these people, like this is where they're at. I want to know if those people, if any of those names pop up in the badges that they found also. So maybe these, the Project Pegasus test subjects, maybe they are exactly what you said. Maybe they are people who got too close to this government contract, this government person. So that is interesting. What do you think, Wes? Why did I call you Wes? Why do you think
idea.
Shades?
I'm really not sure. There's 1,000 different ways this could go. And without more information, we're really kind of left in the dark, just to speculate. But I think the definitive thing is the article, what was said in the article, the 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 negativity that the article brings towards not only Syntech but the government. Both Syntech and the government wanted Jordan Kendall to be quiet. Anyone who was associated with Jordan Kendall, they wanted them to be quiet. So it's hard to say who at this point was associated with Jordan, but anyone who was, there were severe consequences. I can assure you.
Well, I wouldn't. Okay, if Jordan Kendall is also a target, wouldn't the Overlooked magazine, like the editors, wouldn't they also be a target? Wouldn't just the magazine be a target?
And you don't know those, the other names that we see could have been associated with the magazine in some way, with the website in some way. We're not really sure at this point until we get more information.
It could be that there's a major amount of time in between that article being posted and Wes's note in that box. Like
Right.
Wes wrote that note like 2 years before Jordan posted her article. and Wes was suspicious and didn't do anything.
Right. He was complacent, just like the article says he was. He kind of let his company get taken over by a dictator. Um, and this is what happens. But we're given no real timeline, no time frame. We're not given years, anything to go by, no specific dates. So we don't know how this lays out in a linear timeline.
We have multiple dates for the 5 years before Wes was killed, assumedly, with the public storage letter, and these, well, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I was thinking, I was talking about the letters that they found in the RV, but if it's assumed that we can't assume that it was from Wes, then maybe that timeline is wrong.
Right. And I'm thinking
The other
that
missing link is Scott Cleric.
yeah.
That's someone we haven't heard anything about at all.
No. And the names at the end of the journal note found in the case at the end of today's episode, what I haven't heard any of those names. I forget exactly what they were, but
Was Mark S one of the names?
I'm not sure.
Because Mark
I
S.
think one of them was Japanese, I believe, and
Yeah,
that's all
Mark
I remember.
S was a confirmed patient, 863 B5187.
Oh yeah,
And they were at the Project Pegasus Location 3.
Mark Sullivan.
So now we have
Uh-huh.
Mark S's last name. So Mark Sullivan. Okay.
Sullivan.
Interesting. See, I wish I just had. I mean,
I know. I want that letter. I want that article so bad.
Shades and I briefly watched the episode, and then we started doing podcast prep. So we didn't get to really deep dive into this. But so now we have the name for Mark was also the amputee. He got a bad reaction to the sorry. He got a bad reaction to the injection, Project Pegasus, and to stop the reaction, they amputated his arm, and then they sent him right back in for trials. So, and it's also theorized that Mark S is the one that's screaming in the background in the tape between Wes and Deb. So,
Patient ID B5178.
Yep, that's what I got. Yep, that is Mark S. Sorry, I don't. I had to go through my old podcast notes. While I'm doing the podcast, I write theories and I also write notes. So I've about filled up 2 notebooks. So I had to go through both notebooks to find Mark S. and all my notes on him. So, yeah. So that's interesting. We now know his last name is Sullivan.
The other thing is this misspelling is still confusing.
The absolute.
No, well, yeah, there's that too. I wonder if that's a another what's it called? In the Apple II, they were called.
Oh, you're talking about
Directory ID.
Yeah, directory ID. Ooh.
Yeah.
Because the way it was worded, it sounded as if it was a project name.
So instead of going into
Gaius or
yeah,
Pegasus, you go into Absolate.
I mean, when I hear Absolate, I don't go to Absolute. I go to Absalom in my head.
Assalamu alaikum.
Absalom. I'll do a little research really quick on what Absalom is, so I'm not.
I was really glad that they gave us some really nice pictures in this video of that article.
Absalom, according to the Hebrew Bible, is the third son of David, king of Israel. So that's Absalom. Absalom's tomb, Jerusalem. How did we absolute Absalom?
He was the one killed in the forest, I think.
Yeah. Absalom also means in Hebrew father or peace. But that's where my head goes. So
It's very possible that's where Matt's head goes to.
Yeah.
With his background.
Yeah.
It's like the Bible and Star Wars.
The Bible and Star Wars. I think you just summarized Matt in 2 words.
I'm gonna refrain from
Sorry.
commenting on how accurate that is.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's okay to be predictable sometimes.
Well, you're
maybe not when you're writing a mystery.
You're also missing technology. He likes technology.
Okay.
Yeah,
Star Wars
technology too.
Star Wars, the Bible, technology, Amanda.
Yeah.
Oh.
In that order.
No, it's gotta go. No, you're awful.
He's not in here, is he?
No.
No, he's not.
Oh, good. Okay.
And if you're listening, I dare you to come on, huh? Come at me, bro. Come at me. No, just kidding.
I didn't mean it, boss. I'm sorry.
You immediately fold. It's so funny. He's if I swear to God, if I get a DM right now, I'll be like, it was Shade's fault.
No, it was not. You made me do it.
Anyways, back on track. When I think absolute, I go to Absalom, not absolute, but the word absolute has come into play. Let me do some research really quick. Make sure the Science Babes had something on absolute. But I don't want to say any of their theories if they have not posted it.
I haven't posted any theories because I'm still trying to... I've just got like a big old list of notes of all of the different possibilities. This chat log is interesting too.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Why is it on a piece of paper that no one has found yet?
We have another chat log that's written just like that, and that's between Deb and Redacted.
That was like a printed piece of paper, though. It
Why
wasn't
are people
this...
printing out chat logs? That's what I don't understand.
For evidence?
I've never understood that.
Really?
Could be.
Nope. So I cannot talk about absolute with the Science Babes. They have not posted it. Please follow their YouTube channel. The links will be in our chat. They do have a theory on the word absolute. So that's interesting. Was that it? No, that's a wiki diff.
For me?
No, I was just...
What?
No, I was just...
Was that it? That all you got to say? No.
Yeah, you're done, right? No.
Get out.
Why does everyone think I'm that rude? Nugs was saying stuff like that.
I don't know. Nugs did the same thing earlier.
I'm not that mean. Shades is, but I'm not.
I'm not mean.
No, he's not. He's
The
probably
other thing that this magazine reminded me of was um, uh, like Cthulhu myth stuff. The stare into the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the flying spaghetti monster.
No, I don't think it's a religious
Yeah.
thing. I think it's more of a Bigfoot's been sighted in Arkansas again. Which if squatters here, Bigfoot does not exist. Fight me on it, bro. Probably lost a bunch of viewers because of that, but fight me. Anyway.
That is real.
Oh, now you whisper. All right.
Inside joke.
Inside joke. All right. Thank you so much, Werewolf. We'll go ahead and pull a couple more people up before we have to end this.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you have any questions or theories, go ahead and either comment them over on our YouTube or go ahead and Shades, you're going to have to kick him off.
Oh, sorry.
If you have a theory, go ahead and raise your hand. It's just like a Zoom call. You just raise your hand. When we invite you, you go ahead and click submit. Do you know how to do that? You just move back to audience. There you go.
There.
This is Shade's first time running because while I'm recording,
It's
I can't.
not. It's really not. I'm an idiot sometimes.
All right, Grace has her hand up.
I sent Grace an invite.
Hi, Grace.
Hey guys. Hi Artemis. Hi Shades.
Hey.
Hi, Grace. How are you?
I'm good. I agree with Shades about Jordan Kendall being caught, like with people that is associated with her, that the government wants nobody to know about their confidential experiments or any theories or whatever they want. So the consequence is that maybe it's possible that if anyone knows or leaks the information that's not supposed to be known for the general public, possible that the consequences are also like dire, like shutting them down or also erasing their memories.
That's interesting.
It is. To wipe their entire mind. That would be. Wow.
Yeah. That would be a bummer.
Yeah, I'd hate that.
It would also be kind of like Men in Black.
Yeah.
Another thing is like these test subjects that we have been talking about, they never got to go home.
No.
If this is what they did to potential evidence of Project Pegasus or this Absolate, these people never got to go home. So Mark Sullivan never got to go home, even though he was yelling in the background he wanted to go home. So
yeah, he never went home.
Yeah, so definitely I do believe that the question is now sorry. The question is now, are we looking at the death of Wes? Are we looking at the death of Deb? Are we looking at the death of Jordan?
Who knows? Who knows at this point? I don't want to believe that Wes is dead. I would, but then again, I'm making it convenient to fit my narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be super convenient if Jordan Kendall was dead because I have no idea who Jordan Kendall is. But for Deb to be dead, I could see that. But for Wes to be dead, I don't know why that bothers me so much. But for Wes to be dead, I feel like that's just not only impossible, but it wouldn't make sense at this point.
It bothers you because exactly the words that Matthias spoke over the grave. He was one of the good guys. With Deb is frustrating. So we're like kind of okay for her to be dead.
Yeah. I'm okay with Deb to be dead. I mean, I'm fine with that.
And you said you weren't mean.
I'm not mean. I'm realistic. I'm logical.
Okay, Mr. Spock. But I'm there is something in evidence that makes me wonder if we do know who died. Because this lab coat didn't have a name tag on it. And there was a name tag in the Mountaineer, and that was Benjamin Cobalt.
Yep. Benjamin Cobalt.
So...
But is Benjamin Cobalt the one who died, or is he the one who made someone died?
There's also the theory of people that actually went through ballistic files of what happened, and they believe that there was a third person in the vehicle.
I could see this. I actually posted this theory on Spellbound Plus, that there was a third person in the Mountaineer.
So in your theory, who did you think it was?
I originally thought that it was Wes, Deb, and Benjamin Cobalt. I'm tending to lead now towards it was Wes, Jordan Kendall, and Benjamin Cobalt. Because didn't they, in the back seat, didn't they find, that's where they found the Benjamin Cobalt name tag? Is that, I may just be remembering that wrong.
I'm not sure. It was John Doe found it. The criminal.
Yeah. I don't think we have a whole lot of information as to where it was found, just that it was found in the Mountaineer.
Well, what do you think, Grace?
Well, it could be all three of them. Like what Shay said, they possibly had an argument as well about some things, and also Jordan possibly got caught by both of them by like taking photos and then trying to like take notes, and they possibly got irritated with Jordan Kendall's questions to the like confidential answers that they could not answer or reveal.
Here's the one thing that bothers me about that whole video. You see the person come out of Syntech. You see them enter the Mountaineer. They sit there for an uncomfortable amount of time. So you know something is happening. They're not just sitting there in silence. They're having a discussion, probably a heated discussion, a disagreement. And then the shot goes off. But the one thing that bothers me is when that person walked out of Syntech and opened the door to the Mountaineer, it was unlocked already. They never unlocked it. They never stuck a key in the door. They never entered a key code.
I don't know. Are we sure about that? Because there are jump cuts.
Yeah, I'm positive.
There are jump cuts.
I mean, I'm pretty positive that door was unlocked. So whoever was in that Mountaineer was waiting on the driver to get in the car, and they knew that they were in there already. It had to be somebody that they knew. And that's the one thing that bothers me, is the door was never locked. And I may be wrong about that, but when you go back and rewatch the footage, that door seems like it's unlocked. Like they just effortlessly walk up to the door, open it, get in the Mountaineer. They sit in there from anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds, and then a shot goes off.
It does. Another thing that bothers me, it doesn't look like there was like a altercation in the vehicle, because you can kind of see the white lab coat. There wasn't a like struggle or anything. It was just basically talking.
It was just talking. I mean, neither the driver nor the passenger They didn't move much. They didn't rotate around. It seemed to be a calm atmosphere inside of the Mountaineer. So what went wrong?
The gunshot. Sorry.
Well, obviously. Obviously.
I'm just being a jerk. But
You're mean.
I'm a jerk, not mean. Apparently I am. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Grace, there's still, even though we got an information dump, like I said, it's like we got more pieces to puzzles that don't fit anywhere.
Right. It's the constant cycle of we think we figure something out, we get a whole new information dump, and we're right back to square one, and we don't know what's happening. It's the vicious cycle, but it is enjoyable.
Yeah. It is enjoyable. I'm enjoying it, but once again, we don't have much information. So
Very true. We can speculate all we want, and it's so much fun to speculate, but how close are we to cracking the code? I don't really know.
never.
I don't know.
I don't think it's all going to come together into the last episode, like in 4 years,
Yeah.
and we go, oh,
December the 31st, 2024, we're just going to be sitting there going, oh, why didn't I think of that?
delete everything, delete the entire podcast. We all sound dumb.
I know. I rebuke this.
Well, all right. Thank you so much, Grace.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Have a good night.
Hey, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. We do have. Moose has their hands up. Do you want to call on
Moose.
Moose?
Moose.
You got to put Grace back in the audience, though.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
This is fun.
I keep forgetting. Oh, here.
Hi, Moose.
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are you guys?
We're doing just fantastic. So, did you have a observation, question, or theory?
I want to say that I agreed with Shades because about Wes not being dead because I think the name of the video was "We Discovered a Stalker's Identity." I'm pretty sure on the Phantom said, "I think they know who I am now," or something along the lines of that. After they found all that evidence inside the RV.
And
It would be convenient. Let me just say this. It would be convenient for the Phantom to be Wes. Nothing about this series has, in the history of Project 863, has ever been convenient. But it would be overly convenient if the Phantom was Wes.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Not to say that it couldn't be. It's totally possible, but I just find it.
why
I don't
would
think the
Wes
Phantom is
scratch out his own eyes in the picture?
Right.
Well, I guess, I mean, you can make the argument of, like, that's what he used to look like and he hates that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it seems
Yeah.
like the Phantom hated them both equally.
Mhm.
So, but
So do you think that maybe the Phantom was impersonating Wes even to the person he was on the phone with?
interesting.
That's an interesting question, and I don't have an answer for it. I don't have an answer for that question. That's a good question. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that would make sense. Like, the Phantom walking up to his own grave and the way he just stands there and looks at it and then doesn't even pursue the team or anything. He just turns right around and walks away. And it was very solemn, very sad. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, he took a big, deep inhale and like it was a deep sigh. It was a reflective, sad sigh, is what it seemed.
Well, maybe we should do a poll. Hold on. Let me go to Spellbound. Let's do a poll. And we'll wrap up the podcast with this question.
Yeah. Squatter says he's voting against you, no matter what.
He doesn't know when I'm going to vote. Do you still think the Phantom is Wes?
Say no, Squatter. Say no.
You two, knock it off.
The bromance is real
Yeah.
right now.
I'm jealous of their love.
No one will ever have love like me and Squatter. Except for me and Artie, maybe.
Pen intro. Dude, you're gonna make people think we're actually dating. We're
No,
not.
we're not. I thought we were.
We said we weren't gonna date until we met.
I've been doing this whole podcast thing under the assumption that we're dating. I'm out. I'm done.
Oh my God. I hate it. Do you still think the Phantom is Wes? Or should it be, do you think? Let's put multiple.
Do you still think?
All right. Do you think since I'm a moderator, a host on Spellbound, I know how to do this? I don't know how to do this.
I've never posted a poll, so I can't help you.
You hate the polls. Wasn't it that
I do hate polls.
Yeah, you do hate the polls.
Yeah. They're so weird. Like it's not just a yes or no. It's like this weird graph looking thing, and I hate it.
You have the weird. It's so weird, the things you hate.
I hate squash.
I do too.
You hate squash?
I absolutely can't stand it.
You're my soulmate. I knew it. I knew it.
I'm sorry, Moose.
Anything. I'm sorry. Moose is just sitting here like,
I'm just listening, man.
Don't notify. Or could pull an Emiko and notify people.
Yeah, do an Emiko. Do a big boy post.
I love you, Emiko, if you're listening. I will not do it, Dad. All right. Go. Spellbound. Click that link.
I'm clicking it.
Click it. Vote.
Oh, it is just a yes, no. No.
I put 2 no's, though.
Yeah.
I put 2 no's, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I hopped over to the I put 2 no's, though. I hopped over to the live stream to see, but Ink Knight and freaking Airport are on it. All raises. Raises. Bonding over the hate of squash. Yes. Yes, Nature Warrior. That's the deal breaker right there. That's what's sealing the deal for me. All right, I'm actually...
I'm in it to win it at this point.
What else?
Yeah.
There was something else you don't like. Broccoli. You don't like broccoli.
Broccoli. I don't like broccoli.
And I don't like mushrooms, and we said we would swap.
Yeah, you can have my broccoli. I'll have your mushrooms. I don't really do a whole lot of vegetables, to be honest.
That's bad. All right. We've got 37 votes so far. We've got 35% yes, 45% no, and 18% believe he or she, I guess, but he's built like a he. He hasn't been introduced yet. Interesting. What did you vote for, Moose? You voted that he was, right?
Yeah, so I was in the beginning, but now that I think about it, it's I think it's kind of possible that he might not have been introduced in the story yet.
Very strong possibility.
What did you vote for, Shades?
I voted for no, but the more I think about it, the more it could be possible that he hasn't been introduced yet. But I voted no, just based on the sheer convenience factor.
Interesting. I voted no.
Yes.
Yeah, I voted no. We've got... It's really hard for me to come up with theories for the Phantom. 50 votes now. We're still, no is still in the lead. 34% say yes. 46% say no. And 20% says no, he hasn't been introduced. Interesting. So... Somebody is like, technically he hasn't been introduced. That's why he's called the Phantom.
Yeah. Duh.
I meant introduced to the story as a character. You all knew what I was saying.
I love the sass. The sheer sass factor in that comment.
That wasn't...
It's giving me life.
That wasn't Squatter, was it? Tengu says, option 4, I think there are multiple Phantoms.
Well, yeah, because we've been told that, but the main character of the Phantoms, the Phantom, the main Phantom that we keep seeing and encountering, the one with the mask, that's his definitive characteristic, is the mask. That's what sets him apart. That's how we know he is who he is. That's the one we are discussing.
XGC Cyphus says, I think I think he is Wes and Deb's son. CJ Sutton says, I'm stuck between him and Jordan. Interesting. Well, we're going to go ahead and end the podcast there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Moose and Shades.
Thanks, guys.
This is where you put Moose
Thank
back
you.
In the audience.
Oh, yeah. I got to do the thing.
I give Shades a job, and he's all like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
It doesn't give me an option to move them back to the audience.
Wait, hold on. We can't wrap it up yet. I'm being told something.
Oh.
I have to hop to my DMs. Why am I hopping to my DMs? There's nothing in my DMs.
What is this?
Oh, on Discord?
Hmm?
I don't have any DMs. I don't know. I don't know what my moderators are saying.
It doesn't have an option to move Moose. Oh, anyway.
Oh, no.
Somebody else did it.
Yeah, Nugs is here now. Thank you.
That's what Nugs was talking about.
Nugs
Thanks,
is here.
Nugs.
I don't know. Ink Night and I don't know. Look at your DMs. I'm not looking at DMs. Okay. I don't know what that was for. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the podcast. We do want to very stressfully, no, very intensely stress that the conversation does not end here. We are just one of many platforms that create theories, and we have the Red Mountaineer podcast. We have the 863 reacts on YouTube. We also have We Are Subject 4. Nailed it. We Are Subject 4 on Twitch with Jordan and Angel. They also are a fantastic platform over there on Twitch. And we will also open our VC. You can also submit your theories on Reddit, plus.spellbound.com, and you could also submit your theories to me in DMs. You can also send them to Shades if you want. He's very fascinated by what you guys are creative, what comes out of your guys' head, basically.
Basically, I like to read your thoughts.
There's if you're a premium member, there is also the investigations, Sam's investigation, Wood's investigations, and Matt's investigations that you can post directly to them about your theories or your questions or comments to them. Also, if you're a premium member, you also have access to the official Discord, and they have tons of rooms of just theories. I'm
over there frequently, and it's a lot.
Yes, and
it's a lot to go through.
It's a lot to go through, but it's also fun to have the conversation. If you are not a premium user on Spellbound, we do have a theory room here. After our podcast, usually everyone heads over to the VC and builds up theories. And you guys, the more you guys have a conversation about theories, like it's one thing to make a post, and then there's one thing to actually have conversations like we do here on the podcast, where we talk about theories and it either builds up the theories or it just washes the ones that don't hold. And so having the conversation elsewhere, having conversations in the chat, having conversations in the comments, going over to VC to have conversations, I think conversations is what makes Subject 4 the best subject. And that we all communicate together, our hive minds all come together, and we create the best theories for our team. And this is why we're the best subjects. So
absolutely. And that's the whole name of the game, is building better theories together.
Exactly. And thank you, everyone. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and we will see you on Saturday. And yes, there will be a video on Saturday. You don't have to ask for it. There is a video on Saturday. Woohoo! So if you're here in the Discord, let's head over to the VC and let's talk about it. Me and Shades will probably join in a couple of minutes. I have to make dinner. My sister's not feeling good, so I'm going to go make her dinner so she doesn't have to do anything. But as soon as I'm done with that, I will head over to the VC, and we'll see you guys there. Have a great day. Bye!